What's going on there, guys? Donnelly coming at you with another workout video. And today I did shoulders, chest, and triceps. And I'm going to refer to as the pushing exercise workout number 1. And the reason why I did all 3 muscle groups today is because it's going to be a few days before I head back to the gym. And the reason for that is I'm going to be going down to Snow Basin, Utah to get some skiing in. And in this workout video, you're going to hear me refer to a muscle group called the serratus anterior. And what that is, it's this muscle group right here. Right back in here. And essentially, when you throw a punch, it's that muscle group that activates right there. As you throw, they kind of like the some people call it like the boxer's muscle. But yeah, you activate as you throw your punch. You can feel it activate. And so you're going to hear me refer to that as the serratus anterior, which is actually what it's called. And so let's get to the fact of why I'm not going to be hitting the gym for a few days. Well, if you're new to my channel, if you look through a lot of my videos, you've noticed that I've done quite a bit of skiing. And I like to ski fast. And I've been doing it on these skis here, which are 193 centimeters. 107 at the 107. It's called a 107 at the waist. They're essentially a mid-fat powder ski, and by no means are they any good when it gets really icy out. And yet I've managed to break over 75 miles per hour on these things. However, as you notice, they're pretty wide, so you're being able to go from edge to edge when you have to pretty quickly. Not very good, especially when it's icy and you're on like a steep icy slope and you're trying to cut across at high speed. It can get pretty sketch, and you're definitely pretty likely to slide out, and sliding out at 100 k an hour, no bueno. However, the place I'm going to be going to is Snow Basin, Utah, because that's where they had the 2002 Olympic Games. That's where they held the Alpine downhill race, and I'm gonna bust out these skis. These are full-on World Cup Alpine downhill racing skis. As you can see, one's quite a bit longer, and there's a reason for that. These things are meant for speed. That's why they're really long. They're for stability. And so you also notice that they're a lot more narrower, and the reason for that is you want to be able to have that edge-to-edge control, especially when it's icy. Essentially, these skis are made for an icy race course. And so I figure if I'm busting 50 to 55 mile per hour turns on these and hitting 60 to 70 plus miles an hour on the straightaways, I can only imagine what I could do on these things. And that's why I want to go to Utah, because I figure it's going to be more wide open, longer runs, which will enable me to not only work on making high speed turns, but I'll hopefully see if I can break 80, 85 miles per hour. And if I'm real lucky, if the conditions are real good and there's not too many people, I would like to see if I could break 90. That might be a long shot, but you never know. I mean, I figure, what's another 12 miles per hour? I figure if I'm hitting 78 on these things, what's another 12 miles an hour when I'm on a ski that's meant for speed? And I'm going to post a link to a video. Not mine, but I'll show you what alpine downhill ski racing is and the sport that I'm getting into. Well, enough of that. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my workout video from today. Hope you guys enjoy. And once again, thanks for watching.
Now, before doing any kind of workout routine, I always prefer to do either a 5-minute warm-up on any piece of cardio equipment, or I'll do a light exercise like you see me doing here, and I'll do lightweight, 20 reps each arm, and then I'll also do very lightweight on the actual exercise that I will be doing, which is going to be the incline bench press. But yeah, it's always a good idea to have loosened and warmed up muscles prior to engaging in any kind of vigorous exercise. So for incline bench press, how I did this exercise was I did 4 sets. And on all 4 sets I did 10 reps with the 115-pound bar. Now, immediately after doing the 10 reps with the bar, I then proceeded to do 15 reps with 35-pound dumbbells. And then for my second set, I once again did 10 reps with the 115-pound bar, but then I went up to 40-pound dumbbells and did 12 reps. For my third set, I was up to 45-pound dumbbell weight, did 10 reps, and then for my fourth set, I used 50-pound dumbbells and I did 7 reps. And it might be hard to tell here, but the reason why I'm not going all the way down to chest levels because I'm trying to allow my right shoulder to heal. I find that when I go down really low, especially with the bar, that my shoulder becomes irritated, so I'm trying to allow it to heal properly. And another thing that I'm really focusing on when doing this exercise is I want to come up to full extension on each rep. And what that does is it helps to activate the serratus anterior. And so you'll notice that I come up to full extension on every rep. And another thing I like to focus on when I'm doing these exercises is not just on the up phase, but on the down phase. Some people call them negatives. It's called eccentric muscle action, and that's especially helpful for maintaining or developing strength and power. So I try to focus on pushing up to full extension, but also coming down in a smooth and controlled manner as possible. I try to get as much from each exercise as I do. My next exercise was cable chest flies, and I did 4 sets at 10 reps, 50 pounds each side. And what I focus on here is slow and controlled movements, but I also try to keep my arms fairly straight, and so that way as I'm closing in, I definitely try to feel that contraction in my chest, but as I'm coming back, you notice I'm kind of holding it back there. I also find that also helps to activate more of my muscle fiber, and that's where I really start to feel the burn when I just hold it right there and then come forward. And so yeah, that once again is nice and smooth, and just try not to make any kind of jerking movements. Alright, here you see me on my third set of 3 sets, which I did on this exercise. Each set I did 17 reps, and you'll notice at the end that I'm feeling it. And once again, you see me trying to focus on getting that full extension, helping to activate that serratus anterior muscle. Now on to triceps. And for this exercise, I had it at 30 pounds. However, I did 22 reps like you see me doing here. And then I immediately would turn around and then go over my head and then did another 22. Allowed myself about a minute recovery, and then I repeated the same thing. And here, when you're doing this, you want to focus on keeping your arms and elbows tucked as close to your body as possible. And then on here, you just want to make sure that your elbows are as close to your head as possible. And as you can see, I'm kind of probably jerking my movement just a little bit, but yeah, I did 22 facing forward and then 22 facing back. And I did that for, I did two sets of that. So it's definitely a good way to get those triceps firing up. Immediately after doing the cable exercise, I headed upstairs and I did dips. And being that this wasn't necessarily a heavy tricep day for me, I only did 2 sets of dips, but I did as many as I could possibly do with good form. And ideally, you want to try to have your arms go to 90 degrees, and if you can, even lower. So yeah, my goal here was just to do as many as I can for 2 sets. Now for shoulders, this was not a heavy shoulder day for me, and also considering the fact that I had done a series of chest and tricep exercises, any kind of shoulder exercise is going to be that much more challenging. Here you see me doing 85 pounds military press, and I did 3 sets at 10 reps, trying to focus on that good range of motion. And then following this, I decided to do a burnout set, but at a lighter weight, which was at 65 pounds, which you'll see coming up here pretty shortly. Yeah, okay, so here I'm down to 65 pounds, and also because I've been having some right shoulder issues, that's probably why my shoulder strength has probably gone down quite a bit actually. But another thing is my back will start to arch as I'm getting fatigued, and I try to avoid having my back really get in that arched position. Once it gets really overly arched, I will stop the exercise just to avoid any potential for back injury. And I decided to do some more shoulder exercises. I want to do heavier weight, but because of my right shoulder, I have to limit myself to 15-pound dumbbells. It's probably hard to tell, but yeah, you can tell my right arm is definitely sagging a little bit compared to my left, because ideally you want to try to maintain as straight of arms as possible. And so this was my second set of doing this exercise, which included doing the front arm raises, and then immediately afterward I just did a bar weight, but behind the neck press, and I did just 10 reps of that. Once again, this was my second set of doing this exercise, and so that was pretty much all I did for shoulders. And then I decided after this I was going to do another tricep exercise, but yeah, see here, you can see I'm going behind the head, and yeah, just not doing any kind of heavy weight, just trying to allow my right shoulder to heal, so that way I can resume and get my strength back up. Well, this was my last exercise for the day, doing isolated reverse curls for the tricep. I did 3 sets at 10 reps, and this pretty much concludes my workout, focusing on pushing exercises once again. That's because I'm headed down to Utah for a few days, so I figure it's going to be about a week before I work those same muscles again. A couple days ago I did pulling exercises, and then of course yesterday I did my leg exercises, which I focused on the hamstring muscles along with the glutes. Well, Thanks for watching this video and visiting my channel. Hope that everyone is having a fantastic day or night, depending on wherever you guys are watching this from.